I'm Michael Diamond. This is Muscle Central. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and leave a comment. Okay, I've talked about it before. I'm going to talk about it again. The visa issues with some of these bodybuilders not being able to get to various shows due to visa issues not being allowed in the country. Athletes missing the Olympia, which they're not allowed to get into the country. As of now, it looks like Rubio Mascara will not be at the Arnold, Ohio this year. Visa issues. It's been whispered that Hadi Choopan will not be able to get into the country, which I would be a little surprised about, because the fact that he's an Evogen sponsored athlete, I thought through the Evogen company, they worked it out where his travel issues are pretty much resolved, at least with getting into the U.S., but I don't know for sure about that. Nonetheless, there are visa issues. Behrouz Tabani just missed his second Olympia, and right after this past Olympia, it was either Romania or Prague, I don't remember which one, he couldn't get in to compete because of visa issues. You know, these guys pay yearly dues to be an IFBB pro. They're paying dues, they're putting money out to prepare for shows, and then not being allowed to compete. We might be missing out on some great bodybuilders simply due to the fact that they're not allowed to travel. We don't get a chance to see them. According to King Kamali, who was Iranian, he says bodybuilders like Hadi Choopan and Behrouz Tabani are kind of a dime a dozen in Iran. There's that much talent there, but we don't see them. And I'm sure this is in other countries also, where there's really good talent that we don't get a chance to see. At the end of the day, we want to see the best bodybuilders competing. And we want to see the best of the best on the Olympia stage. And if competitors aren't able to travel to various countries to compete, to qualify, or to, if they qualified, get into the U.S. to compete in the Olympia, we might not be seeing the best that's out there, the best of the best. You know, we want to improve the sport. One way to improve the sport is to have the best on stage competing, and the best of the best at the Olympia. The people running this need to figure out some way to resolve this. You have other sports organizations where they have teams that have to travel to different countries and compete. Sure, they have agencies, law firms hired out that take care of these things. They're on standby when they're needed, and they get the visa issues, travel issues taken care of, so the competitors from these sports the whole team could travel and compete. We need to do this with the bodybuilding. With the IFBB, they're making enough money. I'm sure they can figure out a way to generate a little bit more money to put in to hire out who you need to handle the situation. The promoters, they have to pay a sanctioning fee. You have the IFBB required to put up a certain percentage of what's needed. Then you can add a fee on a little extra onto the sanctioning fees. So the promoters are getting involved with the travel issues, the visa issues with the athletes. After all, as a promoter, wouldn't you want the best guys on the stage? And Jake Wood, he puts on a lot of shows. The Wings of Strength, all the shows you see with the Wings of Strength label on it, that's Jake Wood. Jake Wood has the Olympia. He owns the Olympia. Jake Wood is an extremely wealthy man, and he didn't get that way by not having some smarts. He's a smart man. As a Olympia promoter, not a promoter, the one who you own the Olympia. You're not just a promoter. You own the Olympia. You want the best of the best on your stage. So you, the Olympia, can be part of this pool that's gathered to hire out whoever's needed to oversee this and to handle it for all the athletes that belong to the IFBB, that pay it, that are an IFBB pro and pay a yearly membership fee to help them so they can travel to different countries and compete. And if they earn their ticket to the Olympia, they can get into this country and compete on the Olympia stage. We want to make, once again, we want to make the sport better. We want to improve bodybuilding. That's one way to do it. And the powers to be need to get together and figure this out and get things going so we can see the best competitors on the stage. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.